Welcome back to episode 19 of Bottom of the Net. Today's cast, we got Melo back in the building. We got Special K, Kyrie, Cal, and I'm your host, Cam. 19 episodes, kind of crazy. I didn't think we would make it here. Crazy. This is because of the fans. Shout out y'all. If you guys want to support us a little more, we got a Patreon, so we're showing our real personalities, like for real. So go check out the Patreon, go subscribe to that. And if you want to go to extra mile, go check out our donation. We'll appreciate all the support you guys give. Today's topics, we'll be talking about our great NBA players, better or worse as coaches in the future. Which players are going to be better in 5 years? If Ja Morant stays healthy, what's his ceiling? Is Tom Thibodeau holding back the Knicks? And who is the best shooting guard in the NBA at this moment? So the first topic we'll be doing is our great NBA players, better or worse as coaches in the future. And we'll be starting off with my boy Melo.
Wow. That's a tough one. I would say worse unless they were a point guard back in the days. Prime example, a coach like Jason Kidd, he's considered a good coach. I mean, like if LeBron right now were to coach an NBA team, I don't think it will work out at all. It's a disaster soon to happen. So I just think that if they play like a position like a point guard, because point guard is like the floor general of the NBA, they're like the quarterback of the court. I think that they would be good head coaches.
Okay.
For me, it really all depends on who the player is. So, like, in his instance, he said LeBron would. I think LeBron would be a good coach because of his IQ, and he has that point guard mentality, and he's like a on-the-court coach, so he can direct traffic while he's on the court. And I'm just like, it's like those certain type of players, how they played in the league that, like, led the team on the floor. Like, let's say Chris Paul, for example. I feel like he'd be another one of those players who could be a really good coach. Now, you're saying all point guards. My thing is, not all point guards can do it. Some point guards can. By saying some point guards can, I'm talking about Steve Nash couldn't do it. But like I say, it depends on certain players that can and can't coach. It all depends on how they were when they were playing. If they were on the court coaches, then it'd be easier for them to be coaches.
That's a fact, though. I mean, I feel like it's all situational for real. It just depends on it's like almost whatever situation the coach gets themselves into with the team. Cause like I gotta use him because like I feel like it's a good example. But Steve Kerr, like he was just handed a dynasty. I feel like because I'm honestly I feel like we would have gave Mark one more year. The Warriors they at least making the conference finals though. Like that team was already well built. They already had a lot of stuff in motion. But coaches like Jason Kidd, I mean, I feel like that could be situational too with Luka, because he is still a young player though, and he's easily a top 5 player in the league. So it might be a different situation for him because he might not know how to handle that with a young player with a lot of talent as he has. But man, that's my.
Okay.
To piggyback off Kyrie, like, Jason is a good coach. One prime example we could use is Chauncey. Chauncey is a really great player coach. He comes from that system of defense and, locking dudes up. So I think he's a good prime example of players who can transition into that coaching role. Steve is a good example as well. What he did for the Warriors, even though, like you said, Mark Jackson, they could have went to the conference and made some noise, but I think Steve brought a dynamic of like that system from what's his name? What's the coach for the Bulls?
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, Phil Jackson, exactly. He brought that type of system of free form. Players playing free and playing like themselves. I feel like Steve. Why are you shaking your head?
He went with more of Pop, not Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Phil Jackson only implemented a triangle offense to play through a star. He copied Pop more because he plays with just more of a ball movement off screens, and it's the freedom as a team to get the team flowing. That was the big difference. If he implemented what Phil did, it would have been only through Steph, like only through Steph.
I feel like he implemented Phil because of like the way he coaches them. You feel me? He gives them like that freedom of like, you could do whatever you want. You feel me? Because you're a star player type shit. He does that with Curry a lot. So I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
No, but the thing is, he does that. I'm not saying like he took the freedom, but he gave the whole team freedom. It just isn't Curry. Like if he did take that from Phil, but like anywhere Phil coached, the offense was being run through one or two guys. Like Lakers offense was being run through Kobe. Chicago offense was being run through MJ. Even when he was at the Knicks, he wanted it run through Melo. So
Melo, yep.
Even I want to ask you this question. Even the later Laker teams, you feel like they were the same thing, running through Kobe most of the time?
Most of the time, it was run through Kobe. Not saying like the other players didn't help. Obviously, they did because they did have pretty solid teams. But we all know what player needed the ball and what player had the ball in his hands to make things work. So
right.
To piggyback off of what Kyrie said, like I'm big on the whole like this kind of situation they get put in because if you take Isaiah Thomas was a great point guard in his heyday, and then he wasn't a good coach. Like he was a terrible coach, especially when he got to New York. Horrible coach. It's just it's a situation thing. Like it just all depends on the situation thing. And then I feel like as a player, once you leave, like once you're done playing, I feel like you have to have an obsession like with numbers and consistency and shit like that. And I feel like a lot of like players don't have that. It's like you have the love for the game, but now you have to love the statistic side and the play side. Because, like, when you're playing, like, as a player, it's just, like, it's pure freedom. It's different. It's different from a coach's aspect. Because coaches want you to run those plays. They want you to do certain things. But as a player, 7 out of 10 times, you're not really doing what your coach says unless it's, like, a guaranteed play. So it's just, like, I feel like you have to fall in love with, like, plays and statistics after you're done playing, in a sense.
Respectfully.
Because those old players, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not used to like analytics and stuff like that. Like having to coach based off the percentage of shots you make from certain parts of the court, and like, so that could be a factor as well.
I feel like smart players, use the analytics to their advantage. Like CP3, he can use. I think he picks his spots in certain ways. You feel me?
I think with Chris Paul, he looks at more like field goal percentages more than anything to figure out where his teammates want to be. But again, that's completely different when it comes to coaching. Because now you have to look at it like, how is this play going to be set up? How am I going to get this player here? Because you're not on the floor no more. You're telling your players like, oh, you just do this. They can't play the same way you played. And it's like, if you understand what I'm getting at. It's like Steve Nash situation. Steve Nash you have Ben Simmons. First of all, you guys are two different completely players, and I'm pretty sure Steve Nash wanted Ben Simmons to orchestrate an offense just how he did, but that's not Ben Simmons. Steve Nash was very fluent, like moved like water with the offense, and like with Ben Simmons, it's more like I need this pick and roll, or it's like a fast break type of thing. So it's just like he could sit here and be like, yo, Ben, I want you doing this and that and this, but it's just like Ben doesn't play like you, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a weird like.
You're absolutely right.
It's weird.
You're right.
It's weird, but it's
no, that's not weird. It's just the way the shit is. You feel me?
Like an ex-player could be a good coach, but they could also be a terrible coach. It's like so 50-50. Like Chauncey Billups, I agree with you. Like bringing that good culture into Portland of like playing more defense and getting them rolling and having more of a better offense and stop flowing through Dame all the time. It makes them a better team. So, and that's
you can look at it from the other side too, though. So technically, can we say, not Chris Paul, Steve Nash has the potential to be a good coach, but it's just a bad situation for him to be in as a first-time coach?
For me, I'm gonna say no. I don't see the potential because what was lacking in Brooklyn is that you never implemented offense. You never implemented an offensive system first, and you're such like a high IQ point guard. It doesn't make sense because if we watch, when we watched Brooklyn play when Steve Nash was coach, we was only seeing the offense being ran through two guys, Kyrie and KD, and it's just like we're in a day and age of the NBA where you're not gonna win just with two guys. So
I
it's
agree.
it's just like if you had the potential, you would have learned how to get more players involved, like more players get going instead of just two guys, because the ball is always in those two guys' hands. And you can't say that they don't want that because KD's out here in the media complaining like, yeah, I'm doing my part. My team needs to pick up the pace now. Like, I could drop 30 every night. That doesn't mean we're gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I want to hear Cam's, Melo's side.
About
You're a
that.
Brooklyn fan, so I want to know what
Well,
you.
Respectfully, I don't think Steve Nash was a bad coach. From an offensive standpoint, I think that he gave us that 110 points a game. You feel me? The problem was defense. I just felt like he didn't hold guys accountable on on defense, especially on transition defense. Guys didn't get back on time, or like guys didn't communicate well on who to pick up on their guy. That was the problem with Steve Nash, I would say. But when you have two prima donna guys on your team like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, it's hard. You feel me? And you guys brought up a good point about situation. Like Steve Nash was just brought in from his guy Sean Marks. You feel me? And not like Steve Nash, he wanted the job. Like Sean Marks just handed him the job, and he just thought that I have two all-star players, and me, use them to the best to my ability. And also he had Harden, but of course that experiment didn't work out. I felt like if you send him to a team, like a young team, like a Houston or like a Charlotte, I think that Steve Nash could, turn the organization around.
Quick question for you, Melo.
Yeah.
What did Steve Nash do so well offensively for them?
I mean, he kind of, when I say kind of tried to do similar to what the Warriors did, like the running gun, the shoot threes, shoot.
I don't think so, because their offense was only running through two guys. There was no plays. There's no play calling. There's no off-ball movement. It's not like you guys don't have the shooters for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. I think Steve Nash just overall did bad in Brooklyn. Like overall offense and defense, even recruiting. Like I think he just did bad.
I mean, you think if he's like given another chance to become a head coach, you think that he could execute?
I think he has to be put in the right situation.
So yeah, like a Houston or like a Charlotte, like a young team like those, guys that probably might buy in, probably will listen to him.
Cam just thinks Steve is a bad coach.
No, I don't think he's a bad coach. It's just like because with
that's a vibe he gives him.
What's the Houston situation? It's just like I don't think a guy like Kevin Porter Jr. is going to listen to him. They don't have that type of team or the shooters to run the type of offense he wants. So it's just like if he gets put in a situation where let me think. I think he would be doing what like Mike Brown is doing to Sacramento right now. I think he would have been a great fit in Sacramento. Taking a team that has a bunch of talent, just don't know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. Mike Brown has the Sacramento Kings with a winning record. Jesus Christ, I don't know when the last time that was.
02.
But it's just like I think Steve Nash would have went there and done the same thing because you got the players for each position, you got the talent. I think he would have made it work there more than in a place like Houston or definitely Brooklyn. I think he would have been going in the same route as Mike Brown with Sacramento right now.
Weird. But real quick about Steve Nash. So I mean, I sort of kind of feel like we can't put the full blame on him about not having some type of offensive scheme put in play for those two star players that they got. Because you heard Kyrie beginning of the season, he said they don't need a head coach. So, I mean, I feel like some of that you got to put on the players. If they feel like they don't need a head coach from the rip, then they should be the ones to take lead or some type of initiative to put some type of scheme together for them. You feel me? Not just out there playing one-on-one every night, like we say.
I think Harden was kind of buying into his system, too. Because, Harden, played the point guard position pretty well in Brooklyn. He got Claxton involved.
I think I'm not going to say Harden was buying into his system. I think Harden was just doing what Harden does best, which is, he's the pick and roll king. We could all admit that, bro. I think James Harden probably top 5 player in the league to run a pick and roll. Like, he runs the pick and roll very well. I think he's a top 5 player in the league at that specifically. So
it's to his pace, too. It's whatever speed he wants to
So that, like, to me, it's just like Harden's gonna do that regardless. Like, that's literally his bread and butter. So it's just like, I don't know if he was buying in, but it's just like he was moving the ball. But pick and roll is his bread and butter. Like, it's his number one thing. So
like I said, pretty much how he did it in Houston with him and Capella.
Turn Capella into an all-star.
Word.
But we're gonna roll into the next topic, and I think this one's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be which player do you guys think will be better in 5 years? I'm gonna give you guys two different options. So the first option is gonna be Darius Garland or Jalen Green. Who's gonna be better in 5 years? Start us off, Melo.
Garland. Like, this guy's game has improved tremendously every year, man. I saw him play at the Miami Pro League in Miami, and bro, the kid is fast, quick, knows how to shoot. I said, which one of you said that he's like he was Kyrie Irving when he was in Cleveland?
I'm gonna say it clearly so people don't get on me. He's a baby Kyrie Irving, not full potential, but baby.
A mature, like I would say, a mature version. He like to get guys involved first. I can see he's a pass first guy, but when it's time to shoot it, the other night he gave 51 last week and 41 the other night. So I don't know. I think that he will be better in 5 years than Jay Green.
Yeah, Cam.
That's a fact. you already know how I feel. I feel the same way you do. Like, I agree with you. He's like a baby Kyrie in the making. I would say, even it's kind of tough to say, but even back in the, like, if they both came in at the same time, I feel like he's still gonna have an upper edge over Kyrie because he gets his teammates involved, and Kyrie, was just out there trying to get buckets. But I feel like DG will be way better in 5 years. I feel like he'll have a more well-rounded game. He could potentially be face of the league eventually.
No, I don't know about that one.
That's a hot take. I like that.
Take. I like that though. Kyrie.
Cal, you know who I feel, man. Feel me?
Yeah, we got the Darius Garland haters over here.
I'm playing. I got to pick DG here, though.
I was ready to hear it.
No, I got to, though. I feel like Jalen relies a little bit too much on his athleticism, but we know how that goes. Like, if you're not a skillful, crafty guard, you could get to your spots, hit your shot. He could shoot at the same time, but he's definitely not as skillful as DJ. Like, DG is a lot more well-rounded of a player than him. So I'll give DG a pass for this one.
Okay. I'm 50-50 because it's so early in their careers, and I know Jalen has the potential to be an outstanding scorer. We've seen his ability to score. For DG, he's very special in pick and roll. He sees everybody on the floor. Like you said, he gets everybody involved. But with Jalen, it's more of him picking his spots and finding his game, because I don't think he has a game right now. He relies too much on the three ball, and he doesn't focus on attacking the rim and going to the free throw line. So that's something he has to really improve, and it's early. I don't want to. I give the edge to Garland though, because Garland's he's a monster, bro. He's a monster, and you can see his game progressing every season. Every season from his rookie year to this is third year, maybe third year,
fourth
year. Yeah. So yeah, it's 50-50.
DG clears easily.
Weird.
It clears easily.
In 5 years, Cam? Really?
Yeah, it's just Jalen Green. Don't get me wrong. Jalen Green has potential. It's super early in the careers. I do agree with you, but it's just like, bro, we're in a day and age where like younger players show their full potential so early. We could name a shit ton of guys who came in the league and started hooping and stayed on that path. So it's just like,
that's rare though. That's rare.
It hasn't been rare.
I feel like
we could go through a list of dudes right now.
All right, go through a list right now.
Zion. Don't do that. Zion's been killing.
What?
Zion's been killing. Healthy, but no, I'm not talking about health right now. I know how you get with health. I'm not talking about health. So Zion's one. Luka's obviously the one. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, they both came in the league killing, and they're still killing. DG's one of them.
Jalen?
I think LaMelo Ball is one of them too. Even though health's becoming an issue right now, but LaMelo came in the league on some shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of young players who come in. Scotty Barnes came in the league. Yes, he's not killing points wise, but like as a second year dude just doing everything on the floor, that's important to me. You going out every night, 15, 8, 9 rebounds, 5, 6 assists, a block, a steal, and you've been doing that for 2 years straight already. That's killing to me. You know what I'm saying? Ja Morant is definitely one of the dudes. He came in the league thinking he Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's a lot of guys, Jesus. Bro. I know he goes under the radar, but RJ Barrett came in the league doing his thing, bro. It's just he doesn't get love because he's in New York. But RJ came in the league doing his thing.
I think RJ doesn't get love because he's super inefficient. That's what the issue is.
I get it, but he gets buckets.
He gets buckets.
I just feel like real quick about DG and Jalen. I just feel like we seen DG take the leap to. Clearly, he was All-Star player last year, so we seen him take that leap to
All-Star.
And he's unlocking his potential. We have yet to see that from Jalen Green yet, so I feel like we might have to give him just a little bit more.
The only reason I'm saying DG clears with Jalen. The problem with Jalen to me is Jalen's a very talented, skillful player. And he came to a team where he had the keys in his hand right now. Like the keys are in his hand. There's nobody in front of him. Kevin Porter Jr., but they share the spotlight. So it's just like, to me, it's just like you have no real reason to not be unlocking your potential at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it's only his second year. Mm-hmm. So it's just like he got time. He has a shit ton of time. It's just with the way DG plays, man. It's just I don't think there is any decline because he scores. He passes, he could shoot, he gets to the rack, he picks his spots very well, he's crafty, and I don't see that going downhill at all ever in his career.
The only thing I would steer away from is ranking them so early is like playoffs. That's the one thing I want to see them go.
I'm not bringing up winning and none of that because they're in two different complete situations. So
exactly.
I don't like speaking on winning.
No. I'm not saying winning. I'm saying I want to see them perform in the playoffs. How they perform.
Well, DG without Don and them, they made a play-in game. It's just they ran it to KD. So
no, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for that situation. But I'm just saying I want to see them.
Bro, I'm gonna say they only won 22 games last year without Don. So.
Right.
They made a play-in. How they only win 22 games?
Looking at the wrong year?
You looking at the wrong year? They made the play-in last year.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, bro. They won 44 games last year.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a starless team.
The Rockets still only had 20 wins. So
and he got injured in the middle of the season, so they went on a decline. I think him and Jared got injured.
So it's just like, I don't know. With them two, I just got to go DG because he has the better overall game. And the thing about DG for me is just like, what I think he does very well as a young player is like he picks his spots so well. Like where to score on the floor, like at the moments he is, he picks his spots very well. But I have hope for Jalen, and I hope he just starts using his athleticism for real, because he is a streaky ass 3-point shooter. Like yo, bro, you could jump with anybody in the league. Like it's just a fact. So use your athleticism to your advantage. Use your speed to your advantage. Get to your spots well. Like you could play, kid. You have the keys. Get your confidence and go. Like just go.
It's not even that he doesn't have the confidence. He plays too fast. If you watch him really play, like he tries to get into his moves really early when he could just pick his spots, pull up for the midi. Feel me?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't think he has confidence in his jump shot. Even if he's just pulling it, I don't think there's real confidence behind it.
Mm-mm. That's interesting.
Yeah, bro, he's a star player. He has to shoot at the end of the night. He's literally the second go-to option on that team. So it's just like you're going to have to shoot regardless. Because if he don't shoot, I don't know who's pulling that motherfucker after him. I mean, Eric Gordon.
Jabari.
Yeah, you gotta get like Kevin Porter or something.
Kevin Porter Jr. is definitely the first option, bro.
Yeah.
Kevin Porter Jr. He's definitely the first option.
I'm saying, no, they not throwing the Aaron Gordon. They going back to Kevin Porter Jr.
He's the first option. He's a better scorer than Jalen Green, bro. He's the first option.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's a better slasher than Jalen Green.
He's a better scorer, bro.
When Jalen Green is hot, bro.
When Kevin Porter Jr. is hot, And he has a deeper bag, bro. I'm going Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah, his bag's deep.
I'm going with Kevin Porter Jr. He's a better scorer than Jalen Green.
It's Kevin Porter Jr. So Kevin Porter Jr. and DG.
Oh, I'm still taking DG because he passes.
Yeah, I'm still taking
Kevin Porter
DG.
Jr. don't pass. He does not pass that boy.
That boy a bucket though. He a bucket.
So is Darius Garland.
You saying DG baby Kyrie?
Nah. Kevin Porter Jr. is he's one of the shiftiest players in the league. That boy.
Who?
Kevin Porter Jr. Shift team.
Yeah, he's shifty. Yes,
Bro, he's a better scorer than Jalen Green, bro. He's a better scorer than
That's
Jalen
Baby
Green.
James right there. Baby James Harden.
He's a better scorer than Jalen Green. Hey, as a team, how we feeling? Who's a better scorer, Kevin Porter Jr. or Jalen Green?
KP.
We not going.
Nah, you drunk.
Dude, we all drunk then. Well, I
I
might be. I actually might be. But
drunk.
let's go to the next matchup. This one's real interesting. I don't know who to pick here. Tyrese Halliburton or Tyrese Maxey?
Halliburton. It's just something about him getting his guys involved. You know, he averaged about how many? 10.5 assists a night. Yes. So, I love the way how he involved his guys. But when it's time to shoot, he's pretty good. Probably could give you, a quick 20, 22 points a night. Maxey, just too inconsistent. Granted, like if Harden's not in the lineup, he'll definitely give you that nice 30-piece night. But if Harden or Embiid are there, it's like, he pretty much get overshadows. So I'm gonna have to go with what's his name?
Halliburton.
Yeah.
Cam.
Same. I'm going Halliburton because I feel like he's a better player over Maxey. As far as like getting his teammates involved, and I feel like Maxey, he still hasn't. I feel like he's still developing his role. Like as of right now, I feel like he's still a role player, and I think the way he's playing now, either he has to move to a new team so he can like find himself, or I feel like he's going to be a role player throughout his whole career, maybe, and probably end up being a 6-man. But as of right now, I'm going Halliburton.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Tyrese, bro. I'm gonna go Tyrese.
They both named
only because I feel like I got to though, only because I feel like he honestly does get overshadowed. You feel me? And I feel like he does have to pick up a lot of slack from like James Harden and other guards that they have on that team. You feel me? Like he's a crafty player. He could get his shots. He's a great finisher. You feel me? But like he's still young. He's still developing. Same with Tyrese, but they both in two completely different situations. I mean, one player is with James Harden, Joel, the other one out of JUCO. So like, I feel like they both.
Time out. My question to you and Cam, real quick though, how is he getting overlooked if he's like the guaranteed third option?
Second option.
He's the third when Harden's in. Right now, he's the second option, but it's just like. When Harden's on the floor, y'all saying he get overshadowed, but he's still the third option and puts up 15 to 20.
He's the second option when Harden's on the floor.
No, when Harden and Embiid and Maxey in, bro, he's the third option, bro. It goes Harden and Embiid, then Maxey.
They both average 22.
I'm saying I don't know how he's getting overshadowed, but continue on your take.
Maxey's honestly averaging 23.
Go ahead, but Harden's out at the moment, so he's gonna ball out. He's a very efficient scorer.
No. Maxey just got injured, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Embiid's about to be going for 40 every night.
Almost.
Kyrie.
But I'm picking Maxey. I'm picking Maxey. I think he's the better scorer. He might be the better playoff performer as well because I feel like he has that it factor. He can attack the rims. Huh?
I don't think it's fair to bring up playoffs yet. Tyrese hasn't been there yet.
But I like Tyrese. But Tyrese just shows up in bigger moments, and we've seen it happen multiple times in multiple occasions.
How many big moments you gonna have in Indiana, bro? It's a JUCO.
I mean,
hey, I'm tired of these JUCOs.
He was on the Kings, now he's on the Pacers, so I get it. But like, as far as potential, I don't even see Maxey as a role player, like Kay was saying. I see him as potential superstar player because his ability to score the ball on
Superstar.
great efficiency. So I'm taking Maxey.
I think what Maxey has over Halliburton is speed, because Maxey is fast.
Hell yeah.
He's a better ball handler too, by far.
Yes.
I'm
By
not
far.
gonna say by far, but I give it to Maxey.
Who's a better shooter?
I know
Maxey.
Halliburton's shot is ugly, but the kid could shoot. I'm not.
Yeah, he can
The
definitely.
kid could shoot. See, like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
real. Like for me, I'm real 50-50 because Maxey, he's a great scorer, but outside of scoring, he doesn't do much.
Exactly. And he's a
Halliburton, I ain't gonna call
Oh.
Maxey Maxey plays defense. He plays solid defense. He plays good enough defense for an undersized guard. It's just with Halliburton, man. Like 2 years in a row, you're averaging 9+ assists with 20 points to go along with it and like 5 rebounds. I don't know. And he's shown that he could help teams win. He showed it in Sacramento a little bit, and he's showing it with Indiana right now. They're winning a couple games here and there. So it's just like team-wise, I'll go Halliburton in the future. But if I want
hear
a
you.
solo player, I'm gonna go Maxey because Maxey's gonna be an all-star one day for sure.
defensive.
I mean, like, why Sacramento let go of Halliburton then? Because I
They
feel
did
like
him dirty.
He didn't fit with Fox.
That was hurt.
They did him
He
dirty.
didn't fit with Fox.
They wanted Fox. They felt
Yeah.
Fox was their main guy, their main man.
Yeah, I mean they put so much money into the kid. I know they wasn't gonna give Halliburton that money over Fox. They've put too much into Fox.
Who's a better player between those two?
I'm going Halliburton. Fox
Long term?
long term. I'm going Halliburton, bro.
Halliburton. Yeah, Halliburton.
Fox is having an
Long-term.
amazing season right now, but before that, he's really inefficient and shit like that. So
Kay's over here like, yo, the De'Aaron Fox planner don't stop.
again-
I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love De'Aaron Fox, but Halliburton is a better player than Fox.
shout out Mike Brown for changing the culture in Sacramento, though.
Facts. Like the beam.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna roll into the next topic, which is I feel like this should be interesting too. If Ja Morant stays healthy, what's his ceiling? And big emphasis on health.
Ooh.
So Melo start us off.
I think Ja Morant will be, if healthy, will be the Derrick Rose what we supposed to see in Derrick Rose 8 years ago. It felt like, very explosive, someone that's a good leader. I would say that's the difference between him and Rose, that he's pretty vocal. In my opinion, you feel me? Also, even though Ja's not a good shooter, but I just felt like, he pretty much attacks the rim a lot. And, he definitely get most of his buckets from there. And, yeah, I just think that he's supposed to be Derrick Rose of 8 years ago.
Okay. Special K.
I kind of disagree with that. I don't think the ceiling is Derrick Rose. I feel like we're already seeing him being what Derrick Rose was supposed to be. So for his ceiling, I feel like Ja is he's just gonna be his own ceiling. Like I don't think he's gonna make his own lane. Like I don't think he's gonna be based off of someone else. I feel like he's like it. I put it this way. I feel like Ja is like he's a mixture of Derrick Rose, John Wall, and Russell Westbrook. He has the Russ mentality of like I'm that guy. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. He has that John Wall, I'm gonna be flashy, and he has that Rose, like that explosiveness from Rose. I feel like he's like all that in one. So I'm just like, I can't really put him as the ceiling of anyone who he plays like, because as far as right now, he's kind of like, I have all these in one. I'm gonna surpass them. I'm in my own lane.
Kai.
I like it.
I think it's tough to tell right now. I feel like we do have to put a big emphasis on health, because luckily, you feel me, it's been these low grade ankle sprains, you feel me, sidelining for a couple weeks of rehab and all that, but like luckily it's been nothing major. But like, I feel like that comes part of his game. That's part of his game. Like, he's so explosive. His ability to get to the rack, honestly, whenever he wants to. By far, he has to have like a top 3, one of the quickest first steps in the league. Like, there's not too many defenders that stay in front of him that he can't blow past. But yeah, I just say big emphasis on health. If Bro could stay healthy, I'll say his ceiling is he gonna sneak in a couple MVPs. I don't know if he's gonna win a ring. Memphis might be able to thug one out, but the way he's going, I could definitely see him being the face of the NBA, like one of those top 3, top 5 players that we constantly talk about every year for MVP consideration, like one of those. Like.
Okay. Cal.
Those are all great takes. I say like he could be, Allen Iverson ish.
What you mean by that?
In terms, what I mean. My mic cut. Oh shit! Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. You get me? Okay. You me laugh. Like, I'm saying, like, he could, in terms of scoring, he can score very well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's relentless. He can attack the rim. He has a decent 3-ball, so he reminds me of AI in that case. He has a decent 3-ball, decent midi. His floater game is solid. Like you said, he can attack the rim, blow by anybody. Nobody can really stay in front of him. So it's like, who can really guard him? If you put a big on him, he's going past him. If you put a wing on him, he's probably gonna cross him over, hit him with a behind the back, some type of move. And if you put a smaller guard, he's gonna bully him because he's that strong. So I guess AI.
I agree with what Cam said too, but I agree with what you said too. It's like he is in his own lane because he kind of surpassed the 3 dudes he's compared to most, which is Westbrook, Rose, and John Wall. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a big enthusiast for John Wall because in his prime, he put up 20 and like 10 for like 5 years straight. Nobody talks about that.
What you mean by pass, though?
Huh?
What you mean by pass? Like,
I think he surpassed him already. Yeah, he doesn't have the accolades yet, but like, yo, bro, he's better than all 3 of them.
He's better than all 3 John Wall?
As a better player.
Yeah,
like
surpassed as like a better player.
player.
Like, he's more skillful. He's more skillful. Has more like moves to his bag. He's bouncier than all 3 of them. He's just as fast. He has a great mentality. He helps a subpar team win games because I'm not gonna lie, man. Memphis is not that good to being a top 5 team in the West. Like, they're not that great. They're not that great. If you look at that team and
that roster,
and you take away that chemistry that Ja built, they don't win games. But that's such big about Ja. He put that chemistry there. He put that teammate chemistry there, and they win games just off of pure chemistry, bro. But like, to me as a player, I think he's better than them, bro. He's athletic. Like Cal said, you can't put anybody in front of him. He's going to do whatever he wants. And that's where I start to agree with the whole AI thing, because anybody you put in front of AI, bro, AI was doing it to him. And I think he is going to have that AI type of career. I think he is going to win the MVPs, but I don't think his play style would translate into a ring.
Yeah. I think he wins like one MVP. One.
I think he could win 3. 2 or 3.
He win 3.
Yo, bro, he be putting up like 30, 10.
This new age of NBA, he can win 3.
Because now you got to think about it, bro.
I feel like he's a contender.
Yo, bro, most of these dudes is getting old and going to be out the league soon, bro. The next big 3, the next dudes to me for those MVPs is you got Giannis, Luka, Ja.
What, Tatum?
Oh, Tatum too. But the thing about
but he could win 3, bro. I mean, the Covington is biased. We all know why he didn't win. I think he has potential to win 2 or 3.
Last year, Memphis blowing teams out when Ja was hurt.
Yeah, but to me, take Ja Morant away from that team, bro. That chemistry that have never gets built.
Like Ja, just like cherry on top, because like they was blowing teams out.
But it's just like, yo, you take Ja away, that chemistry they have where they dancing and all that shit, That would have never happened because of Ja. And if Ja never went to Memphis, they would never be. They will never be winning. They will never be winning without that chemistry Ja built, in my opinion. With that same team.
See, it's certain players that got that. Like Zion got that. I think LaMelo got that. I'm assuming that you would say DG has that too.
That
his
like,
presence,
to their presence to win games.
No, to like make your team like play better. You feel me? Like to have your team more in tune.
Oh, 100%. I'm not gonna give it to DG. Like he on the court, yeah, it's like passing and shit. But like when it comes to like building chemistry and just giving your dudes the confidence, LaMelo does that because like his personality. Ja does that because his personality. It's just like, yeah, we can see you play hard, but I'm not gonna have the same confidence at the end of the day. But like those type of dudes build confidence. It's kind of hard to say.
The one thing I want to correct you on is Zion, but Zion doesn't. If you actually watch the Pelicans play now, they don't play well with Zion and Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. Like you have to play them in staggered minutes. I'm telling you, watch them.
I do. I disagree.
You disagree, really? Because I was watching.
It gotta be. The thing is, you gotta just be focusing on those threes and get those three dudes rolling. That's the thing. Because there's games where I watched Zion, CJ, and Brandon. They'll just start getting rolling. The thing about them is like I hear what you're saying, but the trick is you got to get them rolling together, and that's what I feel like. Like the coach, who's the coach down there? Willie?
Willie Green.
No. I'm sorry. Willie? It's Willie Green.
Yeah, I feel like Willie Green's still trying to figure out how to get those three guys rolling together at the same time, and that's why I feel
that's
like
the issue.
Yeah, but it's like he's shown that he could do that, but it's just like it's gonna take time. Because look at Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown. They're now just figuring out how to get the reels rolling together at the same time. So it's just like give it like to next year, maybe halfway through this year, they'll figure it out.
See, this is a little bit off topic, but this is something that always been bugging me, right? So I gotta use the Cavs for an example, right? So the Cavs, I'm talking about like 2015, 2016 Cavs with LeBron and them, right? So they'll go deep in the playoffs, conference finals. You know what? The thing that bugs me is how the following year they just like get rid of everybody. They bring in new pieces. Like you don't think that messes up chemistry? You don't think players should?
That's LeBron.
I think that's a LeBron thing, in my opinion, bro.
You see what happened to the Lakers team?
That Lakers team.
Chemistry, like,
I agree with you 100%. Why win a ring and then go blow the whole team up? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or like,
perfect example. Look at your Warriors. Y'all won and blew your bench up.
No. They couldn't afford.
We didn't get rid of nobody though, really like that. Like,
bro,
they couldn't afford.
Bro, if y'all could take pay cuts before, you could do it again. Because I'm not gonna lie, if that team was still together, I think they was going right back to the chip, bro. That team was perfect.
You talking about the KD Warriors?
No, I'm talking about the Warriors from last year, bro.
Them
dudes, they could have took pay cuts again, bro. Jordan Poole could have took a pay cut. He didn't need that big ass contract. He's looking underwhelming too. So now it feels like he wasn't worth it. That just makes it worse.
Whoa! As a starter,
is he not underwhelming?
That's different. Jordan Poole as a starter. My fault, man. Go make your point. I'm sorry.
Yeah. As a starter, Jordan Poole give over 20 a night.
What did he do on this year?
I'm just saying when he starts.
No, what I'm saying is I understand that, but he's been underwhelming. I probably would just give him 100 flat. That I would have given him 100 flat. Guess who you would have been capable of keeping if you gave them 100 flat? GP would still be on your team. Andrew Wiggins, I know Andrew Wiggins would have took a little pay cut too. Otto Porter would have probably stayed, and now you know what I'm saying? It's just like, honestly, I don't understand that culture of winning a ring and blowing your team up. It will never make sense to me. Or making a run and then blowing your team up. Like that OKC team is the most prime example ever, bro. With KD, Westbrook, and Harden. Y'all went to the finals one time, and you blew the team up.
Got rid of Harden.
You blew the team up.
They chose Ibaka over Harden. That's what it was. They chose Ibaka over Harden.
Yeah, but it's just like, you got to understand what the pieces you got, bro.
A question though, if those three guys were to still stay in OKC, would they have one ring?
They would have two.
Ooh.
They would have fucking three.
I don't know about a three-peat.
I'd
say two. I can't say three because there was only 2 years before we ran into the Warriors. so,
Yeah.
so
But then the Rockets were a problem too.
nah, the Rockets was a problem, but their offense always
That
fell
was a
flat.
hard lock.
Yeah, but their offense always fell flat in the playoffs because it's like you can't just run a pick and roll and chuck threes all game. It's stupid.
Yeah, facts.
I got a question.
That maybe.
So I got a question. So you think if instead of Harden leaving and they let Russ go, you think that team wins a ring?
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
Depending on what they got for Russ.
Yeah, that too. You never know. But I'd say
That too, but-
I think they would have had a better chance with Harden than Westbrook. Because, again, like I said last basketball EP,
That's a tough take.
Westbrook's game doesn't truly complement other
A
stars.
championship team.
Yeah.
It doesn't complement other stars. Like, it's hard. It's hard for him to complement with other players. So it's just like, and we see even with the Lakers now, you throw him on the bench with the bench squad, he's killing. But you put him in the starting lineup with other stars, everybody's up
Struggling.
and down. Everybody's struggling. So it's just like with Westbrook, I just feel like his game just doesn't complement another star. And I feel like with Harden in that day and age and that time, I feel like he would have complemented KD a bit better.
Got 2 scores. Yeah, I feel like that would have worked.
Because Harden could pass that ball.
He could, but he was also scoring back then too. So imagine that scoring with KD
Yeah.
dropping 30, Harden's probably dropping 32, maybe 20, 25. Like I feel like that team would win.
Yeah. We're gonna roll into the next topic. And this is something I wanted to speak on for a minute. Is Tom Thibodeau holding back the Knicks? And I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go first. Tibbs was a great coach in his heyday before the NBA changed. Before Tibbs was great until Steph Curry and Clay and the Warriors changed the game of basketball.
Yes.
And then after that, it turned into shooting threes and younger players being good and all that. And Tibbs is a super old-fashioned coach. I got my 8-man rotation. We're going to play defense, and I'm sticking to my vets. And right now, he has a team loaded with young talent, and he refuses to play his bench. He's refusing to put guys where they need to be, and he's just relying on an 8-man rotation. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing? You have all the talent in the world to start winning games in New York again. And it's just like you're holding them back by playing bad rotations or giving dudes stagnant minutes. It just doesn't look good. Like you're holding them back from winning a game. It's stupid to me. Like it's stupid. Like it's just dumb. Like bro, you're a great coach, but you're not made for the modern NBA. Like give it up. And I don't know why the Knicks don't fire him. I don't get it. It's frustrating. Like it just doesn't make sense. You're just holding that team back. Like you're holding them back from their max potential. I swear, if a different coach comes in there, what happened?
I said I'm surprised you didn't spaz. I'm surprised because you.
Yeah. Now you calm about it.
Bro. There's not much I need to get mad at. It's just like it's a fact now. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like to go back what Melo said earlier about Steve Nash, I would fire Tibbs and throw Steve Nash in that system right now. They have the pieces. It's young talent, and I think think they will buy into what Steve Nash wants to do. They have every single piece. I think Steve Nash will make something happen in there. I will give Steve Nash another chance with the Knicks. I would over Tibbs now.
That's valid too. That's valid too, because RJ a leader and he RJ godfather.
Then you got Brunson, which is this perfect, great point guard, like for that role player point guard.
I like that. That's valid.
You got Julius Randle, which I know he'll probably put him in a better position. You got Mitch Robinson, which is a pick and roll center. I know he'll make Brunson have a field day with him. You got Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin's great for the corner slasher. Then you got Cam Reddish. I know somehow, some way, Steve Nash will help that kid finally find his confidence and build his minutes. You got the kid Sims off the bench. I know he would have that dude jumping out the gym with no tomorrow. You got Derrick Rose is gonna buy into that nice perfect pace. I think Steve Nash will find the perfect pace for him as always, because Derrick Rose, he always gets the job done. So it's just like I would throw Steve Nash in that situation right now.
Let's go make that petition right now, buddy.
Yeah,
let's go do
Tibbs. Fuck Tibbs. Give him the boot. Fucking bum.
I just think that Tibbs hasn't adapted to the new NBA. I just think that he felt like his old philosophy still worked, as in play hard, hard-nosed defense, all 4 quarters, but he realized that
What do you
you did doing.
realize? What do you realize? If he realized that he would have changed something, he ain't realized shit. Nigga's a bum.
But
He's a bum, bro. He's a bum.
me,
Not
me
lying.
personally,
Don't
me
get
personally,
like
I
I
didn't
said. I give him his flowers for his early days, but fucking bum. Get him out of here.
but I didn't know that he was playing like an eight man rotation in New York. I thought that he was getting his guys involved. I felt like now that I'm looking at it, he is holding the Knicks back. Cam Reddish, the guy could cook, but he only play him on restricted minutes.
And this
Or
is what
like
gets
on-
me. This was getting me tight. Tibbs is a defensive coach. Cam Reddish plays defense. But what you do? Bench him.
Young.
Talk about. Oh, I don't want him here. We should have never traded for him, brother. You would rather fucking keep Kevin Knox?
He said that?
He said that when they first got Cam.
Nah, that's sick.
And you traded him for
That's
Kevin Knox, the kid with brick feet and who just never developed. That's who you wanted? Get the fuck out of here, bro. He's a bum.
There it is. He's spazzing now.
He's spazzing. Tibbs was good in his heyday. And now you just following Derrick Rose around because you the reason why he got hurt.
Stop it, bro. That I was getting to that point. That's exactly the reason why the Knicks is kicking it, bro. He ruined D Rose's career. He's guilty. He's following D Rose wherever he goes.
Every team. Literally every team.
Every team. Minnesota, he followed him.
Detroit.
I think he went to the Detroit. Nick, like, bro, he's following him. He's guilty for that. He knows he's guilty for that. He just ruined that man's career. That's why he's there. D Rose has him signed to the Knicks, not the Knicks. Right?
Yeah, my fault.
The Knicks ain't doing nothing with Tibbs.
Who's next?
It was really me. I'm spazzing out with you on that one. But yeah, most definitely, yeah, he's holding him back. That team could be a playoff team. I'd say 5 to 7 seed. Mm-hmm. I'd say they and like you were saying, you take Tibbs out, bring in Steve Nash. I feel like that's like a guarantee they'll be in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah,
and we already spazzed out about the whole reason why he's still there, but yeah, it's crazy. Like they have the potential. They have all the young guys. They just need a game plan and all of them need to be utilized. And I think Steve Nash can do that. It's just you got to get Tibbs out of there. And I feel like I don't want to say this because I feel like if Tibbs goes, I feel like Rose is going too. But I hope that's not the case.
No, I think
I hope that's not the case.
It's the other way around. I think it's if Rose leaves, he leaves.
He's leaving, but still, like, hey, let's just say it does happen. If Tibbs has to go, Rose is like, yeah, I'm out too. Hey, I don't know how to feel about Rose at that point because why are you doing that to yourself? You have opportunity to get a chip.
They'll be okay with Rose leaving because they got Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah,
Kyrie, how you feel about it?
I was just looking at their roster. They roster deep too, though. So I felt like
who plays?
They do have pieces like Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin. So it's not really one position that I feel like they lack at. I feel like they just got to put it all together. Maybe Tibbs might not. See, I'm really buying into the Steve Nash to the Knicks though. I like that. That one right there sits well with me. I like that one a lot. But I think they do got to get Tibbs up out of there.
Give him the boot, Cal.
Yeah, you know I don't like Tibbs. Like Tibbs doesn't play Cam Reddish and he has Julius Randle bringing the ball up the court, who's a black hole. Like he has a deep bench, like you said. He doesn't play over. He doesn't play quickly. Quickly can be like a Tyrese Maxey type of player, and you don't. Or a Bones Highland type of player.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a couple of them, bro. Trey Man. Bro. There's a couple of I feel like they're the same almost type player for real.
Yeah, like Jordan Poole, Trey Man, Tyrese Maxey.
I agree 100%.
All those players, Bones Highland, they're all the same type of players, like those combo guards who can give you fucking buckets. So for me, it's just Tibbs. Tibbs has got to go, bro. There's no point of having him. He's not a player coach. He's never been a player coach. He's an organization coach. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna build the team up, and it's gonna destroy itself in 3 to 2 years or 2 to 3 years. Excuse me. So yeah, he has to go. What was you about to say, Melo?
Then I say he gets fired, then end up with a new head coaching job elsewhere.
Well, yeah, his resume.
But it shouldn't be that way. You feel me? Like just because you are not even a winning coach. You feel me? He's not a winning coach in the aspect of going to the playoffs and having success. He's more of a, I'm going to get a team to the 5th or 4th seed, and that's it. That's max. That's where we're going. That's the cap.
I agree, man. Tips.
I got another thing. So let's say you either get Steve Nash or you get Boston's head coach.
Ime?
You think that'll work?
Ime will get them motherfuckers rolling.
Right.
Yeah.
Ime will get them right.
I think you feel like will they give Boston like a run for their money?
Ooh.
Nah.
Boston's more talented.
Not that good.
Boston. I think it'll be a good series to see them in the playoffs, but that JT and JB, they're on one, man. They're just on one this year, and I love that because I've been waiting for this day to happen for them. And you know, being from New York, I hate everything about Boston, but it's just like I've been wanting to see them two dudes really start getting the wheels rolling together, and they doing it right now. So it's a beautiful sight.
Even though I think JT is. Go, Kyrie.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I hope they could just find a way to keep them together for like the majority of their career. Like,
I think they could win a ring. What you saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say, even though JT's inconsistent, I'll be watching his game. He's super inconsistent. He's streaky as fuck, and that I don't know why he doesn't take middies, but like, bro, take some mid-range shots, bro.
Mid-range is a lost art, bro. It's a lost art.
Mid-range, bro. He just thinks he could sidestep every 3.
Blame dudes like Curry and Dame for that one.
What?
Not just one Curry.
Bro, Dame takes sidestep threes like it's nothing, bro. I don't know how the hell he does it, man. Like Dame does power jumps. I'm like, bro, you're making it look so easy, and that's not an easy shot.
His sidestep is nasty.
Paul George, don't feel bad, big bro. That's a bad shot, man.
PG, don't feel bad. That shot was terrible. That shot was terrible, bro. That nigga was, bro. Dame was like 40 feet out, bro.
It was crazy.
Oh God, because when he went back and looked at it,
he was dying.
He said, "Damn, it was this far." Yeah, bro.
he said, "Well, guess I'm gonna let it fly."
But at the
he
end of the day,
shot at the bait like it wasn't nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like to have your go-to move as a sidestep 3 and make it consistent is crazy to me.
He's not hitting it anymore. I'm watching him. He's not falling.
He's coming off of sitting out a whole year.
That's when he hit the Jones.
Cut him some slack. He's coming off a whole year. At least he's playing, unlike dudes like Kawhi.
Why loading up, chill?
Loading up for what? It's been a year and a half. Clay's playing terrible.
They played good last night though.
How much he dropped?
My boy was on last night. My boy was netting threes and all that. I'll tell you in a second.
It's because they played the Knicks, that's why.
Yeah, my boy. I mean,
everybody goes off against the Knicks. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like everybody just hates the Knicks.
Nah, bro. Everyone who gets those knees injuries, bro, that knee injury is like serious. It's hard to come back.
What was his shooting?
8 for 16, 4 for 10. That's good. That's the splits.
That's decent. That's good splits.
That's good splits. What'd you say, Melo?
Not saying. Not bad. 50% shooting.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not jacking one game. Do it again. No, bro, he's been playing like shit.
Rolling, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna start rolling. They gonna start netting. Watch. They just gotta pick up on defense. You know, it be the bigs beat somehow. Somebody slips back door behind Looney a lot of the time. But like for the majority of the time, Looney he's on it. But like it's just simple. It's simple shit, bro. That's all it is, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I thought Kevin Looney was like 35. That motherfucker only 26.
Nah, he's young, bro. You know,
bro. He look like an old ass man, bro.
He been on the Warriors for 26.
He's only 26, bro. I thought he was like 35. I thought he was a UD for Golden State. I thought he was Udonis Haslem.
He might be doing better than Wiseman.
Wiseman, oh my God! Let's talk about that one real quick. It's a little subtopic. Wiseman getting sent back down to the G League. Like
I think it's good for him.
I'm gonna throw this out here for one of them fake Twitter pages to tweet. I mean, I think we need to get rid of Wiseman.
Yeah,
get rid of Kuminga. Maybe a pick.
I don't know about
I'm not gonna lie. I'd get rid of some of the young players to get KD, but they gotta find a way to get Dwight too, bro. I'm sorry.
Looking like Wilt Chamberlain in Taiwan, bro.
And out there shooting threes and everything. I said, hey,
bro put up 30, 20, and like 6 or some shit. I'm like, bro, who is this guy? Nikola Jokic? What are we doing here? Yeah, I watched the highlights, bro, out here dribbling, crossing people. I'm like, bro, he pulling up threes.
He's playing in a trash league, though.
Bro, at the end of the day, bro, we never see this man even attempt none of that. I don't care.
He's still playing in a trash league.
No, he doesn't. We all know he can still play. Brooklyn Nets should have picked him up right away. But Brooklyn's trash. Terrible GMs. We're going to get into the last topic. I feel like we're all going to have different answers here, too. So, who is the best shooting guard in the NBA at the moment?
Chris Middleton.
He's not even playing.
He's trolling.
I like that, though.
He's trolling.
No, I'm not trolling. I'm being that's it. Chris Middleton.
He's not even playing right now.
Bro,
can you give me an active player?
Melo, you dead ass.
I mean, that's serious. Chris Middleton. Shooting guard.
Yeah, don't come on the EP.
Go.
Bro, Chris Middleton is underrated.
No, Chris Middleton's a bucket, bro. But like, give me an active player, bro. He's not even playing.
But wait, so you're talking about current players playing right now?
Yeah, obviously the guys.
Oh, my fault. I thought you talking about like in general.
No, you get it.
Damn, but we all gonna have the same one.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, the fuck we're not.
You sure?
Go, bro. What are yours?
Positive.
Jay Brown.
Jalen Brown. I didn't even think of him. That's a good one.
He's on my list, but he ain't the guy.
A good two-way star. You know, somebody that could give you a good 25 a night. You know, if Tatum is slacking, he'll definitely pick it up for Tatum and make it happen. And he definitely guards on defense. You know, he's very nitty gritty on defense, and I think that he's the best shooting guard.
You cut.
Oh, I'm saying he's very nitty gritty on defense, and that's why I like Tatum. I like the way that he drives to the hoop. You know, he's able to change directions. So I'm gonna go with Tatum. I mean, not Tatum, but Brown for the shooting guard.
Cam.
All right, real quick. Are we counting SGA as a shooting guard?
Yes, we are.
Nah, man,
yes, we fucking are. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna do 1A and 1B then, because since we got a mixed answers. 1A, I'm gonna go SGA. 2A or 1B, 2B, whatever. You get the gist of it. I'm going Donovan Mitchell. D-Book is number 2 in my book. Cam, I know you hurt, but it's just gonna have to go this way.
Opinion-based answer. And SGA is not a shooting guard. He's listed as a point guard. But
that's why I say if just in case if we list him as a shooting guard, we're gonna put him in one.
Why are you shaking your head, bro? He is listed as a point guard, bro. What are we doing here, bro?
This man gets buckets. He's a shooting guard. He plays both. All know this.
He is literally listed only as a point guard, bro.
You can be listed.
Oh, because you get buckets doesn't mean you're a shooting guard, bro.
Let me debunk your whole theory right here. What is Stephen Curry?
A point guard.
What does he play like?
He gets buckets. Fuck are you talking about?
He's a shooting guard.
He's a point guard. Yo, all because you don't pass the ball doesn't mean your position changes all of a sudden. What the fuck?
Bro, no, I can't.
I ain't doing this one. Yeah, this shit is stupid. Kyrie, what's the answer?
I can't because look. Use Kyrie for example. What is Kyrie?
Kyrie, a point guard.
Okay, but even he said himself, he's a shooting guard. I don't want to play point.
Guess what he listed as? Point guard. Shut that shit up. Kyrie, go.
He's
a point guard, bro. Kyrie, go.
His joint point guard / shooting guard. I mean, truthfully, I was gonna say SGA, but I feel like a lot of us was gonna say SGA.
Not me.
But I mean, like for right now, honestly, I'm looking at this man's splits. You gotta give it to Don, bro. I feel like we gotta give it to Don. He's in a new situation as well. Like nobody expected the Cavs to be playing the level that they playing at. Like I mean, we all know they have the pieces, but it's not as simple as just having the pieces. You got to put that shit together. Like,
Nah, it's easy when you got freaking the Twin Towers in the paint and 2 point guards who could score the shit out of the ball.
31 though on a new team is crazy to me. Like,
bucket. I thought that was a guaranteed thing.
6'1" walking, but he's undersized too. Like,
he's a walking. So is DG. That's the craziest thing about their backcourt, bro. It's 2 undersized guards going stupid.
I didn't think it was gonna work, but I didn't think they was gonna be how they are.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm switching my answer.
What?
Nah, bro. His shooting splits is too good for putting up 30.
Who?
Don.
Mm-hmm.
So
I told you Don was tough. I told you.
I never
I
said
told
Don
you that.
wasn't tough. What are we doing here?
No, I tell you, he was the best shooting guard in the league, and you was like, nah.
I'm still jacking the book, man.
Yeah, I told you that. But my answer is SGA. My answer is SGA. Right now, because SGA can play defense and he can play offense. What shooting guard is giving you a block a game? Tell me.
Jalen Brown.
Book's not doing
Chris
it.
Middleton.
Who?
Jalen Brown. Chris
Jalen Brown.
topic, bro.
And
Think about
giving you a block and a steal plus 30, bro. Come on now.
Think
about
Jalen Brown.
Think about all the NBA players.
No, not Jalen Brown doing that.
Think about all the NBA players, these point guards like Westbrook that'll dunk on anybody, but they don't glass shit. Like they don't be blocking shots. I don't get that. Don't make sense.
John Wall used to be a great shot blocker. John Wall was definitely one of those.
But then he scored like SGA.
Defense. We know John Wall
like
like
a different NBA, bro.
I get what you're saying, but you can't take away from SGA's talent because it's a
shit
different
away
NBA.
from him. I'm just saying, like this, Jalen Brown could do that. Chris Middleton could do it too, but obviously, I'm not going for blocks if I'm on the Bucks. You got that motherfucking 7 foot God running through the damn paint, flying through the air. I ain't going for a block. The hell?
What I need to jump up.
That guy be coming. Yo, y'all is be coming out of nowhere and just glass and shit, bro.
SGA is really averaging a block 0.5 a game as a shooting guard.
That's tough. Yeah. There ain't no. He's a point guard, but he ain't got no shot blocker. I bet you if Chet was there, he wouldn't be averaging 1.5. But he wouldn't.
That's a fact.
They don't have a center, bro. Name their center.
First of all, he's not just blocking big men. He's blocking guards.
Obviously he has a freaking great arm span. So when they drive, he beats them. But I'm just saying, like, if Chet was there, he's not gonna risk some of those plays. That's what I'm saying.
But
that's still amazing.
No, I just said it's good. What are we doing here?
Oh.
What are we doing? Yo, Kyle just be making me seem like I'm an ass. Like he's doing great. He's Canadian, bro. So he's Canadian. I love it. But he's just at the end of the day, he's not a shooting guard to me.
He's a shooting guard. You know he's a shooting guard, bro.
I don't know.
Because he does play point guard, but
in everybody's eyes,
bro, he's averaging 6 assists. He's a point guard.
What is Curry averaging?
Kyle, why do you do this? Is 6 assists not good now? Kyle, you want motherfuckers to average like 80, fucking 20 assists, 20 rebounds. Like, stop it, bro. 6 assists is good, bro.
Curry averaged 6.6.
I'm not passing if I'm SGA. What the fuck? I'm on OKC. I'm in Oklahoma.
He's a shooting guard. Giddy is the one.
Giddy's not the one, bro.
Yes, he fucking is.
Oh my God. No, I don't know shit.
This is a fact, man.
Oh my God.
Giddy is the one. SGA is the 2.
How's Giddy the one if SGA is averaging more assists?
Wait, what?
SGA is averaging more assists than Josh Giddey.
How many minutes is Giddey averaging?
30.
How much is SGA averaging?
Man, hold on, man. I don't got both of them shits open.
I'm not knocking that he's not a shooting guard, but
35 minutes.
Point guard. He does play shooting guard.
I don't care if he passed so much because he doesn't score. He doesn't look to score. Josh Giddey doesn't look to score.
First of all, the coach runs more sets for SGA than Giddey. Yeah, you don't want to hear it, bastard.
You call me a fucking bastard. SGA is the fucking point guard. He averages more assists too. I don't care. Shut up. He's a point guard. Starting point guard.
Literally. DG part 2. Different players now.
Oh, bro, he's the fucking point guard, bro.
Not.
Yo.
He's not.
He plays both. I'm gonna leave it at that.
He's the point guard.
But if we're growing true shooting guard, Donovan Mitchell's it.
Yeah, true shooting guard is Don. At the moment, it's Don. Curry
Nah,
Curry averages 6 assists.
Who?
Curry.
Exactly. So that's
Guess what? Guess what? He's the point guard.
he's the shooting guard. We all know Steph is the shooting guard. We all know this shit.
Whoa,
We
whoa.
all know this shit.
What do you smoke
Steph plays
tonight,
with
bro?
two. You know Draymond.
Okay. I get what Cal's saying.
I understand what
I
Cal's
get what
saying, but
he's
he's the
saying.
point guard, bro. So,
Mr. S point guard.
right, hold
Hold
on. With the Steph one. So he has to be one of the greatest shooting guards of all time instead of one of the greatest point guards of all time. Then
Yes,
absolutely.
So who's the point guard? If Steph's the shooting guard, who's the point guard?
Draymond's the point guard.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are we not wrong though?
I just debunked it right there. I just debunked. Shut up!
Are we not wrong?
You're
Draymond
wrong as hell.
Plays point.
No,
Draymond
bro,
is just a
Draymond
great
don't play,
baby.
bro. He passes off the pick and rolls, bro. It's a pick roll slide, pick roll slide.
Okay, but he's
not the point guard. He's not the point guard,
Like he directs the traffic,
bro.
Yeah.
Not the point guard.
Yo,
Melo, I ain't gonna front. You haven't said this.
Okay,
this whole argument.
It's just
Stay
like
out of it.
LeBron. It's just like LeBron. What is LeBron? He's a
So
shooting guard,
Nikola
but he
Jokic is
can
a point
play
guard?
points.
See, LeBron's a completely.
He can
different-
play. He can play
LeBron's
like a point
completely-
guard.
LeBron's a different. completely different
Jokic's the
situation.
point guard.
He can play like a point guard.
Jokic
But
and
we know
Bron
his position's a center.
see the thing about Jokic and Bron, like only reason I'm saying their situation is different is like they dead be bringing the ball up and doing everything. So like LeBron's really a point forward, bro, and Jokic is dead ass a point center. No one else is bringing that ball up for real besides them two dudes. That's the situation with them. Like Jokic really be bringing the ball up, bro. He really be orchestrating the offense. Like he really runs the plays. The same as Bron. So it's just like I consider them guys point forwards or point center. That's different. That's different. But yeah.
But I understand what you're saying, Cam. I get it. I get you. I'm just being a dick.
We got the LaMelo Ball DG Part 2 over here.
Nah. LaMelo need to focus on his health.
Yes. See that ankle.
Damn, I want to see LaMelo. I want to see LaMelo win, but he looking like Lonzo now, just injury prone.
Hey, don't
Lonzo,
disrespect
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
He stepped
like
on the
that
fan's
either.
ankle, bro. He can't. Feel me?
We may never see Lonzo back on the court, gentlemen.
Bro, y'all want to give every excuse in the world for Melo. I'm tired of this shit.
I'm not giving him that because he
Don't
got to play.
disrespect
bro.
Lonzo. Me personally, I'm a
Thank
Lonzo.
you, Cal. Thank you, Cal. What do you got to do? You got to play. You roll your ankle? Stop being light skinned. Play through it. Come on now. Get it together.
Lace up,
Wait a
Nick.
minute.
Lace it up.
Wait a minute.
Lace it up.
Yeah, I said big.
I'll be just tightening my shoe and just still play. But then again, I'm not getting paid millions, so it's different.
Fact.
Got the top of the notch medical staff, dude. They get, feel me?
It's also true. Yeah, put a shot in my ankle. Yeah, let's get going.
You know, it's some freaking low top shoes. If they get some high top shoes,
See, you
like
know what's
Anthony
funny
Davis
about
used to
that,
get?
bro? You know what's funny about that? I wore low top shoes my whole life. The one time I wear high top shoes, I got hurt. That shit ass backwards. I know.
What was those Kobe 9s, right?
Yeah, those
You
the
said
high
were
top
those
Kobe
9s?
9s, bro. I felt like my ankle did a whole 360. It's crazy. I never played in high tops again. It's bad work. It's limited. It's limiting my movement for my ankle.
Because high tops is for really for the bigs.
Yeah.
Like what AD should be wearing.
Nah,
Yeah, that's what it's really for.
80 need to wear a bubble suit.
I was about to say, that
AD
man need
nah.
boob wrap, bro.
AD need that Curry ankle bracelet. You know that Curry
Curry got
heavily.
like bionic ankle bracelets. Like Curry's
He said
ankle
they
bracelet
don't
is
move.
crazy, bro.
Hey, you ever seen Trey shit? Shit's as big as hell.
Yeah.
Trey got the.
Trey's is big too. Pause.
We're ending the EP on that one. That was all right. Thank you, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back again next week. Be on the lookout for the episodes. But yeah, thanks for supporting us and keep supporting us. We love y'all. Peace.